few weeks ago, I was asked to build this box here. It takes button inputs and runs over a standard XLR, and it spits out MIDI notes so that it can control whatever we feel like controlling. Since then, I've been asked to make a bigger version, so this video is running over my prototype for that. So this horrendous mess of cables is the new version that I'm building. I'll go over what everything does shortly, but it's some buttons that are over here for input, and then some LEDs on the back side for output, and we'll go through how I've got it set up now. I've got my device set to listen on channel 2, so we'll set that to channel 2. Set velocity, it should respond at 64, but I'm going to set it to 127, so it's sending full velocity. And we need to go right down to note 0, which is this one here. You can see on screen it's sending note 0 at full and a note off command. It will respond to either a note off or a note on at 0 velocity, and then LED 2, so on and so forth. As you can see, it lights up all of the various LEDs along the way. We can also use the buttons. This is button 1, which you can see on screen, sends an on and an off. I don't use the off command, I just use a note on at 0. It could be modified. Button 2, button 3, button 4, button 8, 7, 6, and 5. Obviously, with the tact switches, they're a little bit loose, so it can cause a little bit of wobbling, which is what that jitter is. Shouldn't be an issue once the PCBs are done. So this section here will be one PCB, this will be another, and they're daisy chainable. It's all controlled at the moment via the ESP32. However, this will be using just an 80 mega 328p. And over here we've got opto isolation for the input and also the MIDI outs. And I'm just using a KISS box, so it's sending everything via RTP to my PC. So with this we can do some cool stuff in various applications. As you know, I like MA, so I'm going to play with MA. I've set this to trigger a macro called button 1, which we'll see on screen. Button 1 turns on the executor, which just runs through a series of cues. As you can see on screen, it's turning a MIDI note on and off. Via button 2, and it turns that back off. We can also do this using the macros at the top of the screen here. You'll also see I can change the rate on this like it's a normal thing. It's not actually sending DMX values. You can see here it's sending actual MIDI note commands. I've also got button 3 to set up everything on. As you can see, all the LEDs coming on. Some of them are a bit loose. And then we've got MIDI. Button 4 is set up to turn it all off. I do have these buttons in just as various macros, but the macros are completely empty, as you can see. This board is an old board I made. It's for a completely different project, but it is what I'm aiming for in the final product. The PCBs will all be the same with 4 XLRs on them and a right angle connector so that they can daisy chain together. The microcontroller will automatically sense the last shift register and act accordingly. Therefore, you can daisy chain without having to change code or dip switches. I hope you found this video and the idea interesting. If you want to get updates on when the boards have arrived and the final product, then click the subscribe button below.